Alright guys, it's time for the head-to-head action here. I've been using the GoPro Hero 7 Black for a while now. Just picked up the Dji Osmo Action, as you guys saw in the unboxing video. I did do a preliminary test on this. Unfortunately, I messed up the settings. The first shot that we're going to do here between the two is full auto. Now, just a little bit of a disclosure here. In full auto, the GoPro Hero 7 Black doesn't give you the option of getting that audio because of wind. Now, there's no wind right now, so that may not be a factor. However, you do have the ability out of the box to not have to worry about going to auto to change the setting for wind. So I just want to get that out there, let you guys know. Right now we have the wind off on these because it is a beautiful day. We don't need to worry about that. They're both in stereo. If it does get windy, I will go ahead and put the reduction on for that. But let's go ahead and get into these right now. All right, so we're shooting in 4K, 24 frames a second. I do not have the front screen on the Osmo Action. And, you know, to be completely honest with you, I don't think you really need it because the field of view is so wide with these that it's just, that's the point of the action cam, is to get everything in focus the first time, the right time, and that way you don't have to worry about missing a shot. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention, unfortunately, I do have polarized sunglasses on, and when I tried to look at the back of the screen of the Osmo, couldn't see it. The GoPro was fine, so just food for thought. If you're someone that likes to wear sunglasses a lot, may not be able to see the back screen. Front screen, let's test that out real quick. I just switched it to the front screen real quick just to see, and I can see what's on the screen, even with my sunglasses on. So back to the video. So of course, as you just saw, I can't flip the screen without stopping the recording first. So just want to let you guys know that right now. And I'm turning back, and the sun is now at my back, and we're seeing how this goes in full auto. Now, there are a ton of features on the GoPro Hero 7 Black, and there are a ton of features on the Osmo Action. Both have some really good menu systems. I certainly don't have a problem with either one of them. We'll go through that shortly, and I will give you my opinion on what I like better. Right off the bat, you have to go into those pro settings or manual settings to get the wind reduction. So if you get this and you start using it and you think, man, the audio sucks on this thing, well, there's a couple things you need to do before you get started. Same thing goes for the picture on the GoPro. They have a suggested setting that you set to that isn't set to that when you get the camera. So just some things that you have to do before you even get started that you may not even realize. So that I would give a tick against GoPro for that. The Osmo worked pretty well. We're walking in the shade by now, so there's your test on that. This, again, was the 4K at 24 frames a second. All right, so for those of you who like 60p, I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the more natural feel of 24p, maybe even 30. Then again, there are a lot of people who like 60p. Now, these both record in 4K at 60p. Both do offer the stabilization in 60p, 4K. Which is always good. It's very important to a lot of people because there are a lot of products out there that don't go that high for stabilization. So it's available should you want it. And right now it is getting a little bit windy, dare I say. I want to check this footage real quick and see if we got some wind noise. I'll switch it over to the wind reduction. So that footage should have a little bit of wind. It's turned on. We'll see how it goes. And I'll let you know when I feel some wind hitting us a little bit right now. And you can get an idea of what these sound like and how they react to when wind hits them. I feel that they both kind of do the same thing, where they kind of get rid of the highs and really lower it down to get rid of that, you know, breezy noise, breezy push against the microphones. And it really pumps up the voice portion of it, and I think that helps you hear what's going on. I feel that it gets a little funky on both of them. Some people think otherwise. Maybe it just depends on your situation, how much wind you're in, what kind of day it is. Again, this is all subjective. You may use these where there is no wind. You may use these without audio. I don't know. It's just, I want to show you guys how it works and how they both perform in all functions. So, 60p, 4K, sun behind me, both have wind reduction on them. The wind is kicking up just a little bit right now. Nothing too horrible. I don't know, the footage didn't look that bad. I did hear a little bit of a wind on it. I think you guys got a pretty good indication of how these perform walking around. And, you know, I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary when it comes to walking. I'm just walking, switching hands, and giving you guys an idea of how these work in decent weather. Not a whole lot of wind. We're having fun out here, man. Let's get some slow-mo. So there's the footage. What did you guys think? There are so many different ways you can use either one of these. Doing this in 4K, 24p, and 60p, I think that this is how most people will use them. And of course, with the audio, you get a taste of it in stereo, and you get a taste of both of those in the wind reduction, noise reduction, whatever you want to call it. Video stabilization, these both did a great job. As far as the coloring goes, in auto, you could see where some of them were falling apart a little bit. The DJI, you could definitely see the sky was blowing out behind me at some point. The GoPro did a really good job trying to keep that dynamic range up, but I was a little bit washed out. Keep in mind, these are things that you can fix in post. Of course, if you go ahead and use the manual settings, you might be able to save some of this and really get the shot on what you want it to look like before you start shooting. I was able to get some pretty good dynamic range out of both of these when I was using them. But like I said, I personally feel that the DJI was better in this test, but there are a lot more things to do. Is there something you guys want to see me test out? Go ahead and comment down below. Of course, hit that subscribe button. That way you know if I make a video on it, it'll be in your sub box. And in the meantime, go ahead and check out these other two videos. You guys take it easy. Stick around.